Good morning, boys and girls.
Good morning.
So my name is Kelly.
My name is Chingy. My name is Mani.
Okay, so today we are going to tell you guys a story. So what's the story about? It is the smartest giant in town. You know what is giant, right? Okay. So George, okay? George was a giant, and he was the scruffiest giant in town. You know what is scruffiest? Scruffiest is like sort of untidy. Okay? So he was the scruffiest giant in town. And he always wear the same pair of the old brown sandals and the same old patched up gown. And I wish I wasn't the scruffiest giant in town, he said sadly. But one day, he noticed a new shop. It was full of smart clothes. So he bought a smart shirt, okay, a smart pair of trousers, a smart belt, a smart stripy tie, some smart socks with diamonds up the sides, and a pair of smart shiny shoes. Okay. Now I am the smartest giant in town, he said proudly. And he left his old clothes behind in the shop. And when he was about to leave, he heard a sound. On the pavement, there stood a giraffe sniffing sadly. "What's the matter?" asked George. "It was my neck," said the giraffe. "It was so very long and so very cold. I wish I had a long warm scarf." So George said, "Cheers up," and he took off his stripy tie and he said, "Well, it didn't match my socks anyway." And he wound it round and round the giraffe's neck. It made a wonderful scarf. "Thank you," said the giraffe. So as George strode towards home, he sang to himself, "My tie is a scarf for a cold giraffe, but look me up and down. I'm the smartest giant in town."
George came to a river. On a boat stood a goat who was bleating loudly. "What's the matter?" asked George.
It's my sail,
Said the goat.
It blew away during a storm. I wish I had a strong new sail for my boat.
"Cheer up," said George, and took off his new white shirt. "It kept coming untucked anyway," he said, as he tied the shirt to the mast of the goat's boat. "It made a magnificent sail."
Thank you.
said the goat. George strode on, singing to himself. "My tie's a scarf for a cold giraffe, my shirt's on the boat, a sail for a goat. But look me up and down, I'm the smartest giant in town." George came to a tiny ruined house. Beside the house stood a white mouse with lots of baby mice. They were all squeaking. "What's the matter?" asked George.
It's our house,
Said the mother mouse.
It burned down and now we have nowhere to live. I wish we had a nice new house.
"Cheer up," said George, and he took off one of his shiny shoes. "It was giving me blisters anyway," he said, as the mother mouse and the babies scrambled inside. It made a perfect house for them.
Thank you.
They squeaked. George had to hop along the boat now, but he didn't mind. As he hopped, he sang to himself. "My toy's a scarf for a cold giraffe, my shirt's on the boat, a sail for a goat. My shoe is a house for a little white mouse. But look me up and down, I'm the smartest giant in town."
Okay, then George came to a campsite. Beside a tent stood a fox who was crying. "What's the matter?" asked George. "It's my sleeping bag," said the fox. "I dropped it in a puddle. I wish I have a warm, dry sleeping bag." "Cheer up," said George, as he took off one of his socks with diamonds up the sides. "It was tickling my toes anyway," he said, as the fox snuggled into it. It made a very fine sleeping bag. Thank you, said the fox. Then George hopped on, singing to himself. My tie is a scarf for a cold giraffe, my shirt's on the boat as a sail for a goat. One of my shoe is a house for a little white mouse. One of my socks is a bed for a fox. But look me up and down, I'm still the smartest giant in town. Later on, George came to a big, squelchy bog. Beside the bog stood a dog who was howling. What's the matter? Asked George. It's this bog, said the dog. I want to get across, but I keep getting stuck in the mud. I wish I had a safe, dry path, said the dog. Cheer up, said George, as he took off his smart belt. It was washing my tummy anyway, he said, as he laid it over the bog. It made an excellent path. Thank you, said the dog. The wind was blowing, but George didn't mind. He continued hopping on, singing to himself. My tie is a scarf for a cold giraffe, my shirt's on the boat as a sail for a goat. My shoe is a house for a little white mouse. One of my socks is a bed for a fox. My belt helped a dog who was crossing a bog. But my trousers are falling down. I'm the coldest giant in town. Suddenly, George feels sad and shivering and not at all smart. I have to go back to the shop and buy some more clothes, he decided. He turned around and hopped all the way back to the shop. But when he got there, it was closed. Oh no! He cried. He sank down onto the doorstep and a tear ran down his nose. He felt as sad as all the animals he had met today. So sad, I'm so sad. Then, out of the corner of his eyes, he saw a bag with something familiar poking out of the top. George took a closer look. Oh, my girl! He yelled. Oh, my dear old gown and sandals! He put them on. They feel wonderfully comfortable. George, go back and dance along the roads. I am the coldest giant in town, he said. Outside his front door stood all the animals. They were carrying an enormous present. Come on, George, they said. Open it, George. George, Here, come to a pause. Class, let's guess what's inside. Who want to? A crowd. Okay, let us see what's inside. Inside was a beautiful gold cow, okay, and a cat. Okay, so the animals say, look inside the cat, George. Say so. George put the cow on his head and opened the cat.
Okay. So on the card, it said, you gave your scarf to a cold giraffe, cold giraffe, cold giraffe.
Your shirt's on the boat as a sail for a goat.
Sail for a goat, sail for a goat.
Your shoe is a house for a little white mouse.
Little white mouse, little white mouse.
One of your socks is a bed for a fox.
Bed for a fox, bed for a fox.
So here is a very fine crown. Go with the sandals and gown.
we are going to justify why this particular story has been selected by our group. Okay, first, the reason is this story has a very strong and relatable characters. So who evokes strong emotions. As you can see, and you can listen from what we present just now, you can notice the giant, okay, George, has a very strong character. Actually, he is the metaphor for the innocent children who born with a clean state of mind. So actually, George is a very helpful person. You can see from the story. He helped a lot, many animals. He giving up all his clothes to the animals. And so children can relate themselves to George when they read this story because they found it, George is a very helpful person and very good person. So they would like to become like George. So that is why, one of the reasons we picked this story.
Okay, our second point is we choose this story because it is a story that teaches. A good children's story contains a lesson to be learned, but it is delivered in an enjoyable context. For instance, in this story, the children will learn that kindness actually matters over looks.
Okay, another reason why this story was chosen was because of its mind-expanding illustrations, colorful vocabulary, as well as interesting concepts. So as you have seen and heard from the story being told just now, you can see how the author has chosen several characteristics such as word rhyming and fun alliteration in the story used just now. For example, your shirts on a boat as a sail for a boat. This helps to encourage learners to learn English in a very fun way and at the same time improve their vocabulary.
So lastly, the point that we choose this story are just this story actually has a strong relatable character and it has mind-expanding illustration and so many vocabularies to learn. And the most important thing is that it brings out moral values and it tells the children that you don't have to look smart to be good. All that matters is your kind heart. Okay, thank you.
Question? Consent? Comment? Ada? This is an example of a very nice storytelling. When she sings, when you reenact it, of course, you already captured our attention. We were like, and then you guys start singing. Which is, as a children, will be very captured. Listening, watching you. Yeah? Even this grown adult also was fascinating to be able to see. The second speaker, Renee, right? You have a very pleasant voice, nice voice. Are you in the choir or something? You have that talent. Oh, the rest will do really well. And you will be able to assume the intonation, the voice of the mind is slowing down, you lower it down, which is capturing. What else? You guys have anything else to add? Your group and previous group already set up the standard.
Yes.
It's a very high standard.
Yes.
For other people to take example. Because the previous group was just talking like me in the previous tutorial. But this group were more like you taking a role of assuming that children's literature is fun. Dr. Susanna do not teach that. I do not teach how fun it is using children's literature. I'm teaching you what are available, what other issues are available and Dr. Agnes too did. But you are turning it into something more fun rather than just reading. Because that's what the question asks you to do. Yeah? So do not get it wrong, because this is what you can do with literary text. Because some of not you, I mean you in particular, some of those who are learning in TESOL and text and belief, there's no point of using literature. But you prove them, literature can be used in different ways, learning vocabulary, learning life experience and whatnot. So this is what I want you to come up from. Not just because literature is boring, literature is not going to be used. I hope you do not have that perception. You okay?
Yes.
Alright, thank you guys, you did a great job. Okay?